This video is being brought to you by the one and only B7U Clothing, the official brand of the blessed and unstoppable. Wear the message. Warning, messages by Billy Alsbrooks do cause side effects. And those side effects are champions being born, dreams being realized, the weak becoming strong, weight loss, victory over unbelievable odds, incredible comeback stories, the sick being healed, marriages being restored, victory over all forms of addiction, job promotions, average people becoming millionaires, warriors becoming blessed and unstoppable. These messages will motivate and inspire you to take action. Warning, your faith is now being increased to the level it takes to move mountains. Arise, champion. I'm Billy Alsbrooks and I approve this message. The day after my dad died, we went over to the funeral home to make the arrangements. And the funeral director asked me, "What do you want to put on your dad's headstone? What's the wording?" He asked, "What do you want to put in the obituary that's gonna go in the paper?" I didn't have any clue of what kind of funeral my dad wanted. We never talked about this kind of stuff. But inside making these arrangements was the last gift and the most precious one that my dad ever gave me. You see, I came to realize in that moment that I too was gonna die. And that somebody would be asking what to put on my headstone, what to put in my obituary. I mean, I'd heard it all before, all the quotes. Life is short, life is precious. Live life to the fullest. Live every day like it's your last, cause one day it will be. But up until then, all that stuff was just quotes in a book. I had no understanding, no revelation, no comprehension of what they were saying until that moment at that funeral home. Then I understood life is precious. At the wake, people got up and talked about how my dad had impacted their life. Story after story after story of how my dad changed their life. One said he helped them get off drugs. Another one said he helped him overcome alcohol. Another one said he came and bailed him out of jail when he got picked up for a DUI. Another one said he came and got me on the side of the road at 2:30 a.m. in the morning when no one else would come. Another one said he taught all my sons how to play the guitar. And now they're all writing songs and playing at church. But the one thing nobody spoke about at the funeral was money. See, I'd been in the music business for the last 17 years. And all I had been chasing was money, fame, and the lust of the flesh. And not one of them mentioned any of the things that I've been chasing. And that shook me to the core. See, I had all my priorities wrong. Now, I'm not saying money's not important, that it doesn't play a role. But it just gotta be in the right order. Right there on that gravesite, I realized life was about legacy. As they lowered my dad down in that red clay mud, in that Alabama soil, I had the biggest revelation of my life. I asked myself, what do I want to be known for? What do I want them saying at my wake? What do I want them thinking when they lower me in this ground? See, I was embarrassed because if I'd have died right then and they'd been putting together my obituary, I'd have been so ashamed of what they put in there. Sometimes we need an event like what I went through in order to see ourselves for what we really are. My dad wasn't vocal, but I knew he loved me. And my whole music career, I've been using a stage name. But I buried it that day with my daddy, and I decided to build my legacy around the name that he gave me. And the way he died unexpectedly taught me that tomorrow isn't promised. So you don't know how long you're gonna be here on this earth. You better start living now, Billy. It was 20 degrees, January 2nd, and I'm sitting there by that grave in the cold wind with the tears just coming down over and over and over. Wipe them away, and they just kept coming. And this voice on the inside of me kept saying, who are you gonna be, Billy? Who are you gonna be, Billy? Who you gonna decide to be, Billy? What do you wanna leave this world, Billy? What's gonna be your legacy, Billy? When you start taking those last short breaths like your daddy did, are you gonna be content with the way you lived? Are you gonna be proud and satisfied with what you left this world? Who do you wanna be, Billy? Who do you wanna be? I don't remember much about 2008. It was just one dark cloud. I had sunk into depression. I was blaming myself for my daddy dying. If I had to got him out of that bed in the nursing home and try to put him in that wheelchair, maybe he'd still be living today. The doctors tried to comfort me and tell me that it wasn't my fault, that that blood clot could have dislodged at any time, but I still blame myself. Only if I hadn't moved. Why did I have to move? I kept cycling those last 10 minutes of my dad's life over and over and over in my mind. Who do you want to be, Billy? Why did my daddy have to die? You better get to living, Billy. Why did I have to move? Stop running. Who do you want to be, Billy? The week I got back to Florida, I started going back to church. I'd come in and I'd sit on the back row with my back up against the wall so nobody could see me crying. Mom and Daddy didn't raise no quitter, but Lord, I'm shattered into a million pieces, and it's hard for me to fake it. That summer in 2008, I found out my grandfather had stomach cancer, and it was terminal. Up to this point, I hadn't talked to any counselors or therapists or any of that stuff about what was going on the inside of me, the guilt and the pain and all that stuff that I was cycling about my dad every single second of the day. And it was just stacking and stacking on the inside. And now I get this news about my granddaddy, who I'm also close with. I just couldn't deal with it. It was mental and emotional overload. I felt like I was submerged in darkness, suffocating on anticipation. I can't take another phone call. My mother would call me each day and update me on my grandfather. And as he progressively got worse, each day I got more nervous. Fear started coming over me. Anxiety started building up. I got to where I wouldn't even answer the phone because I was worried about what she was gonna say. See, in this uncontrollable situation, not answering my phone gave me a little sense of control. Because if I didn't answer the phone, I didn't have to hear the news. I could check the voicemail. And I could distance myself from reality and pretend it didn't happen. And I could put reality on hold. Reality waits for no one. When I checked the voicemail and heard the news, I got in my car to drive back home. I had about a 45-minute drive. And it was on this drive that I had my second panic attack. And this time I was alone in the car, by myself, 30 minutes away from home. The side effects from the trauma that I went through with my dad is now coming full bloom. And I'm thinking in this car that I'm about to die. Every second feels like an hour. I didn't know what to do, whether to pull over on the side of the road, drive straight to the hospital, to drive home to get my wife and then go to the hospital. All these things just kept cycling over and over in my mind. I'm gonna have a heart attack. I can't breathe. Just like my daddy, I couldn't breathe. I can't breathe. Just like you, daddy, I can't breathe. I'm gonna die just like you. You had a stroke in the car. I'm gonna stroke right down this car. What's wrong with me? I don't wanna die alone. Please, Lord, help me. If you love me, Lord, please. Who do you want to be, Billy? My mother had asked me to be one of the pallbearers for my grandfather. I hadn't told her about the panic attack, because at that time I didn't even know it was a panic attack. I thought I was just having health problems. I'm terrified on the inside, thinking that I'm gonna die, and it could happen at any second. My dad taught me that it comes in the unexpected, so I've got to stay on guard. My mind has got to protect me now. Those last 10 minutes of my dad's life have now become a ghost that haunt me, and everybody knows you can't run from a ghost. But I don't want to burden or add stress to my mother, because she's trying to deal with the loss of my grandfather. And yes, I love my granddaddy. He was special to me, but I don't want to be anywhere near that funeral home. I'm doing everything I can to hide it and not be a burden to my mother. But I had a panic attack in the parking lot. I had a panic attack in the lobby. I had a panic attack in the bathroom. And I had a panic attack while I'm carrying the casket. It got so bad I almost had to let it go. I can't let my granddaddy's casket go. Good thing about funerals is everybody else is crying too. So I just sat in the back. Now I was a slave to anxiety. That night I went to the emergency room. As I was waiting on the doctors to see me, I'm sitting in the chair, reliving those final 10 minutes of my dad's life. And I'm literally going crazy in my mind, cause you can't run from yourself. The unresolved emotions overcoming me. And this thing, whatever it is, this fear and all this stuff is in my mind, and I can't see any way out. It's just dark. I'm in a room, emergency room full of people, but I'm all alone because nobody can get in my mind and help me fight this battle. It's just me and the ghost. And that ghost is winning. And this is so foreign to me because I've never had any health issues. I've always been healthy. Facts mean nothing to my mind because right now, my mind is trying to protect me. It's what they call fight or flight. My subconscious mind is now taking over. It's got the wheel, and it's controlling what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, and I can't do anything about it. I'm the type of person that has to have control of the situation, and right now I'm completely out of control. Who do you want to be, Billy? Stop asking me that. Can't you see what I'm going through? I can barely breathe. How do I fight a ghost? I can't go back and change it. Who do you want to be, Billy? Finally, this doctor comes and sees me. He's got this real calm and presence about himself, and he checked all my vitals and looked me over, and he finally said, "Son, there's nothing physically wrong with you. What you're experiencing is anxiety and panic attacks. I'm gonna write you a prescription, and when you get back to Florida, you go see a therapist." Blessed and unstoppable. Success starts with putting the right things into your mind. And my new book, Blessed and Unstoppable, was strategically designed to align your mind with the laws of success. This curriculum will teach you the inner mechanics required to go from average to phenomenal, from living a life with limits to being blessed and unstoppable. As you follow this guide step by step, amazing breakthroughs will happen. New doors of opportunity will open, and favor will begin to chase you down. Blessed and Unstoppable is a 31-day devotional on the laws of success. This book will instigate the thought process and actions required to transform your life. Each day has a Bible verse, a teaching on that day's principle, a positive affirmation, a prayer for the day, self-assessment questions, success quotes, action steps, and a powerful inspirational message. Regardless of what field you're in, Blessed and Unstoppable is your blueprint for success. Get your copy at blessedandunstoppable.com. Also available on Amazon.